Hi everyone! Welcome to Yogilates. My name is Nikki, for those of you that are new to my classes. I'm one of the regular instructors at UTM at the Rock. And today I'm going to be leading you guys through a Yogilates class. Although I'm feeling like it's Friday, and we're definitely going to focus on a little bit more flexibility. So we'll just wait to see if we get a few people to come to the class. So again, just before starting any exercise program, make sure that you do have doctor's clearance to begin exercise, and that it's safe to do so, and that you've got permission, you're in good health. And then secondly, please make sure that the space that you're using is appropriate and clear of anything that might injure you. So today we are doing Yogilates. We're going to be staying on the mat. So that's really all you need. In terms of other equipment, I do have a scarf with me today, which I'm going to be using as a strap. If you have a yoga strap, that's great. I also have a small cushion and a blanket, so you could either use a cushion or a blanket just to make yourself slightly more comfortable in some of our postures. But aside from that, you don't need any other equipment. And even if you don't have a yoga mat, you could do this on a carpet. It'd probably be a little bit more challenging on a carpet than if you had a yoga mat, so a yoga mat would be ideal. And then I do have my water handy. But like I mentioned, we are going to be focusing a little bit more on the flexibility today, just because I'm personally feeling a little bit tight. I hope that that resonates with some of you at home that might be sitting and studying or working from home. So let's get started, and just give me a heads up, make sure that you guys can hear me okay over this music. I know I'm going to be moving back over towards the mat, but hopefully you can hear me and just follow along with what you see on the screen as well. Yeah, so okay then, let's get started. I am going to be just turning the comments off right now, and we're going to be starting on our backs. So you can make your way over to your mat. I'm just going to turn those comments off. All right. So we're going to do a few of our warm-ups on the floor, and just beginning with a breathing exercise. So coming all the way down onto your mat, we're going to take our hands onto the lower belly, and just close your eyes, get comfortable, start to relax here. Allow your feet to fall out to the side. And as you inhale, start to feel your belly rise and fill with air. As you exhale, feel the belly fall. So again, just closing your eyes, get comfortable here. Any little adjustments you need to make out. Bring your attention to your breath. And just notice if there's any areas of tension in the body. Okay, and then just taking that mental, hopefully it's not a checklist, but just being mindful of those tight areas throughout your practice today. And taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Again, just notice if you are breathing into the belly, you should start to feel your hands kind of rise as the belly fills with air. And you should feel the belly fall as you exhale. So just notice if you're breathing really still short and shallowly into your chest, you want to transition that breath to that deep diaphragmatic belly breath. From here, let's head one knee at a time in towards the chest. We're just going to do a few knee circles here, massaging into the low back. And then let's circle the opposite direction. And let's take a gentle twist here. So we're going to drop both knees over to the left side. Take your right arm to the side and look to your right. Inhale, bring both knees back to center. And this time let's drop them to the right. Left arm to the side, look left. Inhale, let's bring both knees back to center. And this time we're going to extend it through the left leg, but keep the right knee hugged in. And we're just going to circle that knee a little bit here. And then if it's available to you, we're going to grab onto the big toe with the thumb and index finger for our half happy baby. Okay, and again, still circling into that knee, circling into the hips. We're just awakening the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings. Okay, if you can't reach your big toe, you could use your strap here for this one, okay? And then that moves us into a little bit of a flow here. We're going to extend that right leg across the body. Okay, hold it here so you should feel that stretch into the hip here. And then we're gonna inhale and bend the knee back into our half happy baby. So it's inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend that knee back in. Okay, so again, if you are able to, you can just hold onto the big toe. If not, using that strap to help you. Just one more time in each direction here. And then let's release that right foot. We're going to hug the left knee in towards the chest, extend the right leg out onto the mat. Just circle your knee for a moment here. And then you can either stay just circling the knee, or if you want to grab for the instep of that foot, or the holding onto the big toe with thumb and index finger, or using your strap as well here. So just circling into that left hip, left hamstring. And then let's exhale, extend that left leg across the body. Sort of a bit of a twist here. Again, we're feeling it into that outside, that left hip. Inhale and bring it back to half happy baby. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. One last one here in each direction. Inhale, bring it in. And this time we're going to bend that right foot. Take the left ankle to the right knee, and then hug that right thigh in towards the chest. You can grab onto the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Relax the head back and just start to rock gently side to side. Again, bringing your attention back to your breath. Start to visualize your breath moving into your left hip. Almost as if you can actually see the breath moving into your left hip. And as it moves into the hip, it just starts to create some space and releasing any tension in that area. From here, we're going to press that right foot to the floor. So we're keeping that position, and I'm going to cross my left leg under. We're doing an eagle prep here on the floor. So I'm pressing my right foot into the floor, left leg crosses over. If this is as far as you come, that's fine. If you can, wrap that left ankle all the way around the right shin. We're going to hold it there. Arms out in front, and we're going to practice right arm under left. Okay. Again, you can stop here if you can wrap the wrists and stack the palms so palms are pressing into each other. We're just going to lift and lower the elbows. Keeping the forearms a little bit away from your head. You should feel a bit of a stretch into the upper back, rear shoulders here. And just start to gently apply some pressure with your foot into the floor, as if you're standing. Inhale, let's release the arms. Take that right ankle to the left knee this time. We're going to hug the left thigh in towards the chest. Okay, again, grabbing onto either the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Relax the head back. Give yourself a little rock. Excellent. Release that left foot to the floor. We're going to continue with that eagle pose on the other side. So crossing over the right leg just as far as you can come. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and this time left arm under the right. Okay, pressing the palms together if you can. And then again, we're just gonna adjust the arms up and down. Applying that little bit of pressure again from the left heel into the mat, almost as if you're standing on that left foot, balancing, okay, getting preparation here for our standing eagle pose to come. Let's inhale, release, and hug both knees in towards the chest. And we're gonna slowly drop both knees over to one side, gently press the mat, the floor away from you. And we're gonna make our way into our tabletop position. So coming into our tabletop, knees are in line with the hips, wrists directly under the shoulders. Let's do a little bit of a cat-cow warm-up here. So again, we're always leading from the tailbone first. We're gonna inhale, reach the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the arms as straight as you can and start to look your gaze up. Press the heart towards the floor. We're squeezing shoulder blades together here. As you exhale, again, moving from the tailbone first, let's tuck the tailbone, hollow the belly button back and in, and chin tucks in towards the chest. Inhale, look back up. And exhale. Tuck. So really keeping your breath in mind here and using your breath to yoke your postures, your physical postures with that mental focus. One last one here. Inhale and come back to your neutral tabletop position. And let's get a shoulder stretch here. So we're going to sweep that right arm to the side, right shoulder to the floor. And you can stay here on both knees, or if it feels comfortable, you can extend through that left leg and start to twist, maybe reaching your left arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe keep it to the floor for balance. Inhale, slowly press back up. Let's switch to the other side. So left arm comes to the side. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Again, stay here on both knees, or if you feel comfortable, extend through that right leg. Maybe reach up through right arm. Twist a little deeper. Feel that stretch across that left shoulder in the back. Left rear shoulder. Inhale, slowly press back up. And let's take our child's pose here for a moment. So we're going to take the knees a little bit further apart, toes together. We're sitting back onto our heels. And then walk your fingertips towards the top of the mat. Rest your forehead, the center of the forehead, into the mat. Let's slowly walk the fingertips a little bit further forward for puppy pose. We're going to keep the hips lifted, similar to our downward facing dog position. But just allow your shoulders to stay down away from the ears, and we're bringing that heart towards the mat. Okay, looking your gaze forward, chin towards the mat. Okay, while you're here, if you feel comfortable, you want to get a little bit of an extra tricep and shoulder stretch, we're going to bend the elbows and take the hands together. Inhale, relax those arms, and we're going to sweep forward, bringing the chest and the tummy all the way onto the floor, onto the mat. Hands either side of your chest here, and let's inhale just for a baby cobra. Exhale, relax back down. Inhale again, let's come a little bit further. Still keeping the elbows bent. And just listen to your body here. So if this feels like too much extension, then just stay down a little bit lower. Exhale, relax. One last time, we're going to inhale, press up into that full extension. So extending through the arms, shoulders stay down and back, and we want to keep that contact with the pubic bone into the mat. Look your gaze up. Full expression of your cobra. Exhale, lower down. And let's press back into our tabletop position. We're just going to make our way up onto our knees for our camel pose. So a little bit of a back bend here to start, just in baby camel. Shoulders stay down away from the ears, hands onto the low back, and just start to look your gaze up towards the ceiling. Okay, if you want to take it a little bit further, we're going to flex the feet so the toes are pressing into the floor, maybe reaching back towards the heels. And again, if you want to come a little bit deeper, flattening the tops of your toes into the mat, reaching all the way down and looking up. Slowly tuck that chin back in towards the chest. Let's come back up. Hands to the floor here. And we're going to step into our downward facing dog. So just walk your dog out. Pressing opposite heel towards the floor. Let's inhale forward. A little bit of core here. Come into our plank position. Shoulders stay down and back. Tailbone tucks under. Belly button hollows back and in. The front of your thighs are lifted. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, round forward. A little bit of cat in the spine. And exhale, press it back. Inhale again. Forward to your plank. And exhale, back. This time, let's keep that left heel lifted. We're going to pick the right foot up. Bend your right knee, and we're going to take that right leg across the left leg. So we're coming into that eagle pose just with the lower body. And we're going to do an eagle flow into our plank position. Exhale it back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale one more time here. Exhale back, release that right leg, unwind it. Let's extend that right leg into three-legged dog. You can hold it here with hips squared. If you feel comfortable, you can bend that right foot back, placing it just off your mat, open across the chest. Feel that nice stretch across the right chest shoulder, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Let's inhale this time. We're going to pick that left leg up. Place your left leg around the right, okay? So just again, as far as you feel comfortable, maybe you're just crossing the leg, maybe you're wrapping that left foot all the way around the right shin. And let's inhale forward into the plank position. And then exhale, press back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time here, inhale forward. Exhale back, release that left leg, extend into three-legged dog. Stay here or take that left foot off the mat. Lifting up through the right hip and opening across that left chest and shoulder. Left hand comes back to the mat. Come back to downward facing dog. And just make your way into a child's pose for a moment here. So toes together, sit back on the heels, relax your head down. If your shoulders, that was a lot of down dog. If your shoulders are bothering you, just bring your arms by your side for a moment here. Take a breath. Let's inhale, come back into our tabletop position, and step back, downward facing dog. And let's slowly walk the feet to meet the hands, coming into our halfway lift. Then exhale, fold it. Inhale, let's get the arms up overhead, coming up with a nice straight back. Reach up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to practice a couple vinyasas here quickly. So let's inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, fold in. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, step back into your plank position. And let's do the modified version just to start here. We're still warming up. So coming onto knees, slowly lower down. Relax the tops of your toes into the mat, and let's inhale into your cobra. So any version of that cobra that felt good for you. Press back into table and make your way to downward facing dog. Relax those shoulders down away from your ears and bring the crown of the head towards the mat. Softening the knees if you need to come deeper into that down dog. Inhale and look to the top of your mat. Step or walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So stay with that modification coming onto your knees if it's your first time, if you're newer to yoga. And then we'll now move on to the more intermediate options. So let's inhale again, reach up, look up, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step back to that plank. So either modify here or we're coming into that chaturanga. So we're gonna slowly lower down, just hovering. Elbows nice and tight in towards your ribs here. And then relaxing, pressing those tops of the toes into the floor. We're gonna actually lift the thighs up from the floor for our upward facing dog, okay? This is your option. Otherwise you can stay in your cobra. And then from here, let's curl the toes under, lift from the abdominals and press straight back to downward facing dog. Hold it here for a breath. Inhale, look to your palms and step or walk forward. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale and press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your palms and let's step or walk the feet forward. Halfway lift. And exhale, hold in. Inhale, take those arms up overhead, look up, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take the feet a little bit wider apart here. Inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, fold. So we're just going to grab opposite elbows here. Soften your knees a little bit for ragdoll and just rock side to side. Shake your head yes. And shake your head no. And then relax your fingertips towards the floor to come into that deeper forward fold. So starting to extend into the backs of the legs. Again, let's take the feet just a tiny bit wider. Toes turn out to the side and let's sit back into our squat pose, or malasana. Okay, so gently maybe pressing the elbows towards the knees. Opening up those inner thighs, that groin. And then let's exhale, extend again through the legs, coming into that forward fold. We're going to do that a few times using our own breath. So it's going to be inhale, sit back into your malasana. And then exhale, extend into the forward fold. Inhale, sit back, and exhale. One last time, inhale, sit back, and exhale. Inhale and really slowly here, make your way back to your standing position. We're going to practice that standing balancing posture that we've been prepping for the whole time here, which is our eagle pose. So it is a balancing posture. If you need to be up against a wall, that's absolutely fine. Let's start on the left side. You're going to press the big toe, the baby toe, and the ball of the foot into the floor. Slowly start to pick that right foot up off the floor. Okay, so just to start, you're going to cross the leg. If that's as far as you can come, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to start to wrap that right foot around the left shin. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side, and let's cross right arm under the left. Okay, again, we're keeping the forearms a little bit away from the head, and then just start to move the elbows up and down. Feel that stretch across the shoulders in the back. Maybe sink a little bit deeper into your eagle pose. One last breath here. Inhale, release it. Shake out that left foot and we're going to switch to the right side. So this time pressing that big toe, baby toe, heel into the foot. Let's pick that left foot up, wrapping it around just as far as you can come over that right leg. And this time let's take the right arm under the left, okay? Or switch it. Did we do that one? We did this one. Whichever one you did last time, we're going to do the opposite. Again, keep the forearms away from you. Sit down a little deeper into that eagle pose with the lower body. And lift and lower the elbows. Belly button hides back and in. Maybe looking your gaze into the floor in front of you to help with balance. Okay, or maybe you're up against the wall. One last breath here. Inhale, release it. And just shake out that leg. Let's inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, fingertips to the floor. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step back to plank. We're going to vinyasa to the floor. So lower down. Inhale, reach up. Upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Slowly come onto your hands and knees here. And we're just going to make our way into our Gomukhasana cow face pose, one of my favorites for the hips. So we're going to sit back onto our sit bones. Okay, so this one can be quite intense. So if you have a block or a cushion or a blanket or anything, you can sit up on that. And that's going to make this stretch a little bit less intense. Okay. We want to stack both knees, and then the feet are coming out to the side, and then you're sitting back. Nice and even on both sit bones. Let's inhale, take that right arm to the side, right hand to the floor. Take that left arm up overhead, look up. Getting a nice stretch all across that left side body. Exhale, take that left hand to the floor this time. Reach up to the right arm. And then using your own breath, we're going to inhale over to one side. And exhale, other side. Just a couple more times on each side. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So right knee's on top, left leg's gonna be on the floor. If you want to, I'm gonna take my hands behind me, look up, walk all the way around my mat, and when I come down, ta-da! My knees are switched. If you get confused, just switch sides so that this time that right knee's on the bottom and left leg's on top. Again, let's take that right hand to the floor. Inhale, reach up through the left arm. And exhale, right arm reaches up. Keep that left shoulder down away from the ear, even though we're bending over to the left side. All right, guys, just one more time in each direction here, using your own breath. And then slowly release here. And we're going to come down onto our backs into our bridge pose. So again, if you have something you want to elevate yourself with, you can use that for our bridge pose to make it a little bit more restorative. But shoulders stay down and under the back. The feet walk in nice and close towards the heels. Okay, and the feet are hip width distance apart. Palms push into the floor on your inhale. We're going to lift the hips up nice and high. And just hold it here. Or a couple other options. You can take your hands, clasp the hands together. Again, push your fists into the floor to lift the hips higher, or even take your hands onto your low back. Open up here. Okay, for that restorative option, you can just place maybe one or even two pillows or blocks underneath your hips. Okay, and even if not, it is still just a really relaxing, restorative posture to be supported in. So you just want to support the hips. Hold it, whichever option you're doing, just for a couple more breaths. Slowly come all the way down, and then our very last posture before we do a little bit of a relaxation, we're going to do legs up. So just extending your legs up towards the ceiling, we're just reversing the blood flow. for a few breaths here. So especially if you spend a lot of time standing or on your feet, this is a really good posture just to reduce swelling or just reverse the blood flow. We're always standing on our feet. So, and then from here, hug your knees in. Let's extend legs out onto the mat. We're just going to practice a quick relaxation here. So arms by your side, just allow your toes to fall out to the side. Maybe take your feet about hip-width distance apart. And again, bring your attention back to your breath. We're going to practice that diaphragmatic breath again, so hands over the belly. If you're cold, wrap yourself up in a nice warm blanket. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable, more able to relax. We're going to practice just a quick contraction, relaxation in the body to help relax a little bit deeper. So let's start with those feet. We're going to curl the toes up. Okay, we're squeezing, we're contracting the inner arches of the feet, we're contracting the calf muscles. Let's move into those legs. We're tightening up the thighs, we're lifting the kneecaps, we're squeezing the front of the thighs. Okay, start to squeeze your glutes together. Maybe even feel your hips start to lift slightly from the floor, from the mat. Take your arms, let's make fists with your hands. So we're squeezing those fists together, okay? Bending slightly into your elbows, start to squeeze your biceps. Contract the abdominals here. Start to squeeze absolutely everything. Let's move into the face. So start to make a really funny face and frill your brow. Squeeze your forehead together nice and tight. Squeeze your eyes as close as you can. So shut those eyes and shut them nice and tightly. Squeeze, 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 squeeze till everything's lifted. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Relax. Just roll your arms to the side. And just for that moment, feel what it feels like for those muscles to completely relax. Closing your eyes, just find that space behind your eyes just for a moment here. I'm going to hug one knee in towards the chest here and give myself one last rock side to side. Slowly dropping my knees to one side. Take a moment before just gently pressing up. So by all means, guys, if you're feeling really relaxed, really comfortable, I'd invite you to practice Shavasana, so that deeper relaxation for a few more minutes here, and maybe even prepping yourself to go into a meditation. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Namaste. Bye. Have a great weekend, everyone.